Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Humankind. In today's episode, we're going to be entering into the Middle Ages. Just need to get one more turn done so we can get that tech knocked out, which will allow us to get, I think it's our second tech star. So the Nubians have reached the medieval era and become the Mongols. And it looks like that there's still people entering the ancient eras. That's interesting. Remember, we gained that city over there. They are, being a little bit rebellious. I don't think they have much of a population over there, though. And we still have this bug over here. Again, that shouldn't really be notifying us of that since she's our ally and we're not at war with her. So what I think we're going to do is I believe that we only have a few more turns. So they're losing 8 per turn because we have 2 of their cities. So therefore, we've got 5 more turns, guys. 5 more turns before they surrender to us. And therefore, I don't think that we're going to try attacking Babylon. Just doing the siege would take longer than that. So we wouldn't even get it done in the first place. And we also have to heal up these guys. Remember, they took some damage in that battle they did, in that siege. And therefore, I think what we're going to end up doing here is just letting them give up to us. We've won this war. We'll wait 5 turns. But let's go ahead and get these units, I suppose, moving. Sure, where we want to move them just yet. We'll just move over here, or just put them on a hill right here, I suppose. Just station them. Not really anything to do if we're not going to invade Babylon. So yeah, let's go and enter turn so that we can move to the next age here. Should get this tech knocked out. I did want to get this, though. I did forget about that. We're going to wait to get these two, because I think we'll end up attaching it to this city. I'm assuming that we'll get this city in the peace treaty. And then what we'll do is, they already have one district attached to them, which is this one right here. Now, I am tempted to get rid of this city, to just completely destroy it and build a new one over here, especially if we get that one tech, which we should hopefully get soon. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here in a minute. The Goths just reached the medieval era, and they have become the Norsemen, so that's no longer a choice. And not that I don't think that was one of the ones we were likely going to get anyways. So we get siege tactics. That'll let us get one more unit in our armies. Since we aren't going to take that one city, we should probably start moving those units back as soon as they're done healing. Let's go and get something selected here when it comes to the tech. So the one we just got was siege tactics. However, we're going to start moving along this branch here to get feudalism. So imperial power will allow us to relocate our capital, something we're not going to do. We can get the commons quarter, which is one of the better districts for getting stability. It can be really, really helpful if you place them in the correct place. You can get a ton of stability. And that's just the base stability. You can actually increase that stability in several ways that the commons quarters grants. So you can get a lot of stability from those. And then we have the customs farm, which will give you 1+ money for any ongoing trade routes that you have. So probably not a lot initially. But that's going to allow us to get to the feudalism here. And this is important because this will unlock the first of these like special city techs here. You'll see that every city that we build will start with 3 population. Starts with 140 production, which means you can often build, something in one turn. And most importantly, it'll start with all infrastructure from Air 1 to 2. Neither one of the 2 cities that we currently have all those infrastructure buildings. So you can see how that a new city can be pretty useful. As that's one of the things that I really don't like in Civilization. I start a new city, especially in the mid to late game. It feels daunting. All the buildings you have to construct just to get it where it's at all anywhere near on par with like the rest of your cities in your empire. And while that makes sense, a new city shouldn't, be as productive as, your old ancient cities, at the same time, that's also not exactly how it worked. It didn't work that a new city was as terrible, in the modern age when we built a new city as like a new city would be in, say, antiquity. And so, yeah, I really didn't like that in Civilization. It just felt daunting. It just wasn't fun gameplay. Feeling like I got all these buildings I had to get constructed, and feeling like I'm starting in the beginning of the game with this city. And so I really, really like these techs. Maybe they're a little bit overpowered, I don't know, but they are really great to have, so we're going to work on getting that. We're also going to get 1+ food on tile producing food, so we'll be able to grow our cities faster, and then we're going to get the peasants, which are better than, I'm not sure what we have right now. It was levies, and then there's something that we got after that. That would be the citizens. And so we'll get the peasants, and these are always like an upgrade. And so that's what we want to get. We're going to go and get the imperial power first. And we also got that Science Star, which is what we're waiting on. And these guys, I suppose we'll wait to do anything. Let's go ahead and get our culture selected. So I asked you guys which ones we should go with. I did have one person who said, let's go with the Greeks again. You know, if we could be the Greeks again. I really feel like we're not desperate enough for fame. I know we're kind of behind, but I don't think we're desperate enough just to get the 10% fame, because that's all you really get from this. You're giving up all the benefits of going into another civilization. You're just getting fame. It's essentially a way to kind of catch up if you're like really behind. We're in the medieval era though. I feel like we have plenty of time to catch up. And if we go with a military type tactics where we just conquer the people on the top, then it wouldn't really matter that we're behind, because towards the later stages they won't be able to get any fame, because they'll be, we'll be taking all their all their districts and their population and their territory. And so I think we can catch up. I'm not too worried about it just yet. We're only in the middle of the game here, so I don't think it warrants giving up all the benefits that we'd get from picking one of the other cultures here. So I asked you guys which one of these three we should get. It does seem that most people thought we should do with the Byzantines, because it does make sense historically. The Byzantines considered themselves the Eastern Roman Empire, or I suppose the Roman Empire once the West fell in the 5th century. Byzantine is a name that we have given them, historians have given them, and that is of course based on the original name of the city where Constantinople was placed, which was Byzantium. And we named their civilization after that later. So they considered themselves the Roman Empire. However, they weren't really Roman. Obviously they didn't control Rome, the city of Rome, or very much of Italy. They had parts of southern Italy and even parts of northern Italy for a time, but they eventually lost all that. And they weren't very Roman. Eventually Latin kind of was replaced by Greek as the language that everybody used in the Eastern Roman Empire. And thus they were very much a Greek civilization after a certain point. I would say they were more Greek than they were Roman or Latin. And therefore it makes sense to go from Greek to the Byzantines. Of course they were in that area as well. They did control parts of Greece for a long time. And so yeah, it makes sense to go with them, and they got some good bonuses as well. One person said that, or a couple people actually said that, we already had a unique cavalry unit, so it made sense to go with a unique infantry, since we had a unique cav, we had a unique spearman. However, we have not had a unique cavalry. I did want to make that clear. The unit that we got with the Egyptians, that is our unique archer unit. That chariot unit, that's the unique archer unit, not the unique cav. So yeah, we'll go with them, since that's what most people suggested. I could see going with really any of these. I was kind of preferring one of these two. So yeah, I think we'll go with the Byzantines, and they'll give us a plus 5% money on any alliance that we have. It is kind of a bummer that you have to have an alliance to get this benefit, so that's one negative. And then of course we'll get their unique district, which seems like it could be pretty powerful. And then we have the Varangian Guards, which are a kind of a strange unit in the sense that it's a unique unit that has a negative. Not many unique units have negatives to them. This has that honor code, prevents the army from retreating. That's a massive negative. That kind of handicaps you because it forces you to fight in battles you're going to lose. So that's a huge handicap, but the reason why they have this handicap is as they have that ridiculous 43 strength. That allows them to completely dominate the medieval era. I mean, they're better than the heavy cav. So they're gonna dominate in any battle they're in. It is going to be rough though, having that honor code, but it'll be interesting. So we'll try them out. So let's go and adopt them. One thing I do like is looking at the clothes here. We'll just look at the three that we're gonna check that we were looking between selecting. So just kind of cool to look at the different clothes you get. Some of them are really different, just based on the culture. At the end though, they all wear the Western style of suit. Unfortunately, it just kind of changes the color, at least for the men. I haven't played with the female characters, so I don't know if their final look is the same. I did kind of feel that was a bummer that everybody just wears a suit. I guess it makes sense, but yeah, I wish there was a little bit of variety in the contemporary age. Alright, so we have gotten our new culture, but remember we don't get that until the next turn. So for this turn here, I guess we're going to go ahead and push forward again. I really don't know that we're going to be able to beat these. This is a lot of archers, man. There's like a ridiculous number of archers here. And so I really don't know. Oh, hold up. looks like we're already in a battle. Just take a look here. Who we're facing. Are we facing all those archers again? We are. So we have to retreat one more time. I didn't even attack, though. I don't think I attacked. Alright, so we gotta retreat again. We need them to pull out here, and because they're peaceful, they might not move. Yeah, we can't beat all those archers, not with this number of units. We'd have to bring more. I guess if we were attacking, maybe. Because, you know, we can perhaps take out 3 units initially if we were attacking. You know, because these guys would kill an archer, you know, with just 1 hit. And then maybe these 2 together could kill an archer. And that would leave you down to 5. Probably lose some units still, but we might be able to win. I'd prefer, though, since we can now have 5 units, to just give them another unit. I think that'd be the better route to go. Let's go ahead and do this real quick before I forget. We're going to go ahead and add the Artisans Quarter onto our Ebony so we can get that stability in industry. That'd be really helpful, honestly. So we'll get that, and that'll tick up the, you know, the stability here in Cairo up to 45%. Also will help with industry, allow us to build a little bit quicker. Although it looks like we're not building anything right now because we just finished up the watermill. So now we're sitting at 246 production. It's really not bad for this point here. I wish it was a little bit higher, but yeah, not too bad. Overall, we have a lot of citizens working on industry at the moment. So I know we had built that because we were going to get something else and I wanted to be able to get it faster. Was it the City Watch? Might have been the City Watch. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll get. We could also finally get a harbor so we can build some ships. I think we might end up building the harbor in Thebes first, though. Yeah, because I looked at what we'll get over here, and it's not a lot of food, honestly. Yeah, it's just 5 food, unfortunately, so you're not really going to get a whole lot there. I guess this is our last chance to get our unique district. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get this building now while we can. Yeah, I think we'll put it right here. That's a huge jump. What are we getting that from? Oh, it's a research quarter. I didn't realize there was a research quarter right there. Okay, because remember, this was all built by that independent peoples that we annexed. Okay, so yeah, we have a research quarter here, so it would make sense to build it where we'd get the most research, and I think this is a fine place, I suppose, although that would be a good place for commons as well, because you have all these, yeah, you could build a commons here and get a ton of stability, because you already have all these districts around here. I mean, yeah, you're going to get 17. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot more, but I feel like we should build a commons right there. I think that'd be the best way to do this. And then just build this here. Yeah, that's what we'll do, guys. I know we're going to give up 6 science, but I think it's worth it in this case. So let's go ahead and build that here. So yeah, let's go ahead and end the turn, and we'll get our cutscene here.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor. Speaking of rich cities, I suppose there are far too many syllables to coin the phrase, when in Constantinople, do as the Byzantines do.
Alright, so we are now in the Middle Ages, the medieval era. You notice that our buildings didn't really change much in that time because, you know, we still have Greek culture technically. You know, the Byzantines, I think, are, you know, considered like a Greek culture. So we, I don't think really saw the building change at all. Usually you see a much greater change there when you're moving from one culture to the next. But because we hit cultures that were so close, that ended up not happening this time. All right, so she's interested in these. Of course, she's probably already trading for them, I assume. The Aztecs now have a war support of 20. So should have them knocked out in 3 more turns. And we have another osmosis event, and it looks like we actually have a positive one this time. All right, excellent. So we're going to get that. As you'll see, we were not forced to take that. That's just kind of messed up, I feel, that the positive ones you can ignore, while the negative ones you can't. And we've missed several of the positive ones that I just didn't take advantage of. I'm not sure what to do here because invading them is not working. We're gonna need to give them one more unit, which we don't have any nearby. So we'd have to send one from Cairo. So I think what we'll end up doing is building our unique unit here and sending them down to this army. So that'll be the next thing we get, which it looks like Cairo was not able to finish the construction of that unique building. I wasn't sure if that would work or not. I was hoping it would, but I don't know what happens with the production for that turn. I think you just lose it, so we might have just wasted a turn of production, unfortunately. I was really hoping that I could do that, but yeah, I've never tried it before, and now we know you can't do it. I tried to like shoehorn it in, but now we have a new unique district to get. And this one's going to be focused on money, which is always helpful, especially as you need to upgrade your units as you get new technologies. Also, it appears we already have a star. Oh, we got the military star. All right, excellent. So we're starting here with a star. So that's very nice because we just killed so many units. And we'd already gotten the 3 stars from the previous age. So that's awesome. We're starting with a star, and that will put us... I mean, we're still far behind these other people when it comes to fame, but we're not that far behind the leaders when it comes to stars. Now, I'm wondering if there are any wonders that we can claim. Looks like they have all been claimed, unfortunately. Okay, that's a bummer. Not surprising we did move to this age pretty late. So these are the ones that are available. We got the Forbidden City, which helps with war support. Yeah, Angkor Wat, which will result in more stability and food per faith. So that'll give you a lot of food. And then they have Notre Dame, which is 1+ faith per research technologies and increased stability. So both of these two will give you 40 stability rather than the normal 20. And then this one here, it looks like this one is actually still available. Okay, we could get it with 450 influence, which we'd have in about 3 turns or so. And this will give us faith and stability. And then we also get the plus 20% turns before being converted by others' religions on city or outpost. All right. I mean, that's not super helpful, honestly. But the stability is always nice, as is the faith. I don't know if we're going to go for this, guys. We might just save our influence for the next age. Maybe we might have more choices available. I think that's what we're going to do, guys. And it's not like we don't have a lot of things to spend our influence on right now. So here in Cairo, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves our new unique units. Although, you know what? We don't have the tech for that. But we could go ahead and get a swordsman so that he could upgrade to that unique unit. And it looks like we are getting a bonus from the production. Okay, so we probably don't want to use that for a unit, because we would already get a unit in 1 turn. And while production can be carried over from 1 turn to the next, can it be carried over from 2 turns ago? Because this production is from the last turn. You'd assume so, but I'm not entirely sure. And so let's just get one of these buildings done, which I think we'll do. I would do our unique district, but that's 3 turns. I want something that we can get in like 1 turn. And so what I think we'd do is like the city watch to increase that, or you know what, we could really use the influence too. I think that's actually what we're going to do. Let's go and get the influence ticked up, guys. Yeah, that'll be helpful. And the next turn we'll get a unique unit. So these guys are just going to basically... I'm going to try and just hang out on this hill here. Although so far we have had difficulty with that. I don't know what happened the last turn because I don't think I attacked. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I didn't look to see whether we were the attacker or the defender in that case. And with the influence right now, we're holding on to it. And not sure what has stopped all our trading with Zhao. We might actually get notified of this here because we have something alerting us up there.
How you doing, friend?
Okay, so she purchased something there. Yeah, we're still in an alliance. Yeah, I'm not sure if somebody raided, one of our trade routes or whatever. So I think we're still buying their horses, but we're not buying any of the other stuff they have. They actually have an extra iron, so we could make sure that we have the 2 iron needed to get our unique unit, even without the one down here in the south that we should get when we end this conflict. So we could do that. I think it would be better to get ourselves another trade resource, though. So I think that's what we're going to do. We don't want to spend all of our money. So let's see if we can't find something for cheap here. The 237 for the incense. Now there are a difference between the benefits that you're getting here. With incense, you're getting +5 money and +4 stability for every incense that you have. While gemstones give +8 stability on all cities, and then you get +4 money on every market quarter. So if you got a lot of market quarters, you can actually make quite a bit more money than you make from this one here. So this one would be more beneficial, but I don't even think we have. We might have enough. It looks like we just have enough for these. Yeah, we like just have enough for it. Well, you know what, we're gonna do the incense. We'll do the cheaper one, guys. And you know, we could use the stability. It's always helpful. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy the incense here. And then I also want to propose the scientific agreement. We'll see if she's willing to do it, so we get more research. That'd be really helpful. And we've already looked at all these options here, and they're all good options. We're gonna do the scientific one here. Send that off. She's willing to do it, but we gotta pay her, which we don't have the money, so we're gonna have to refuse that, unfortunately. That's kind of a bummer, because it would benefit both of us equally. So I'm not entirely sure why she's so opposed to that. I think she's just trying to make some money. Alright, so these guys are done healing. Let's go and get them out of this territory now. It can be a pain in the butt to get your troops out of enemy territory sometimes, at times. And there's actually a bug for units that can't be seen by the enemy. I don't know if it's been fixed in the patch, but if they can't be seen by the enemy, it results in you not being able to move in their territory at all once you're, you know, at peace. That unit can't even do anything. It just gets stuck in their territory and you can't move them. That's a bug that I encountered anyways. So I don't know if that patch fixed it, but let's go and put these guys up on the hill. And yeah, I think what happened is I went like that. Yeah, see, like it... Yeah, I didn't even let go. It just automatically does it. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that is. So we have to just keep on retreating here. Maybe if I just leave them on the hill and don't move my cursor over, I mean, maybe it'll let us do it. So Cairo finished up the construction here on the theater, giving us some more influence. So let's go ahead and get that unit, which we're going to do the swordsman here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the swordsman so that we can upgrade him for money once we get our unique unit. And we'll send him down to help that army out. She wants us to defend this location. Who's attacking her? Oh, she's being attacked by some independent peoples, and they're more powerful than her as well, so she might end up losing that. Well, we don't have any units to send to her, so we won't be able to help her, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and end our turn. And unfortunately, Cairo did lose a population because growth. I was hoping that wouldn't happen because we just built a unit. I don't know, because we had 22 and now we have 21, so maybe that didn't happen. And looks like these now have declared war on the Persians. And we also have a grievance with them. Okay, with the Persians. And sure, we'll demand it. Why not? Just throw another grievance on there. Get our war support up. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these guys moving down to this army here. It's going to take 5 turns, or even more than that if you count going all the way down here. Oh, it's going to take a long time to get down there. Alright, well, let's go and get them walking. And then this time, guys, I'm going to do something different. We'll go right here. And then this time I won't start moving that way. I'll just go right there and see if that works. It might not. Alright, so now Thebes has finished their construction. That was actually of the holy site right here. So it's going to get us more stability, which we're going to be moving up to 84%. So that's pretty good. Let's go and see what we want to get next. I think we're going to go ahead and do the... I think we're going to go ahead and get the harbor. It's not going to get a ton of food. We would get some science right there, though. But you know what? We get a lot more money from harbors. So I'd prefer to have it in a place where we can take advantage of that. Where we can like put, you know, the commerce districts all around it. The merchant districts, whatever they're called. I always forget their exact name. But yeah, I think we better put this here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And so, yeah, we'll get that harbor done in 4 turns. Get us a little bit of extra food, which would help because they're actually starving here. It makes sense to grab a unit real quick, but we're not going to do that. It's fine if we lose that population. So over here, I think we had decided we were going to go and get the city watch because the stability is kind of low. Although, you know, it's going up to 54%, so we have enough room to go ahead and get our unique district constructed. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I don't think we have any financial districts here. And again, the name of those are the market quarters, not merchant quarters. And so because of that, we don't really have any location that is, you know, the best place to put this. I think what we'll probably end up doing, I mean, there's really no good location here, so we probably won't put this in our home capital area. Instead, it would be better to put it over here where we do have some financial districts. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put it right here where we get plus 16. Could put it right here as well. Yeah, we'll do it right here. Now remember, that does give additional benefits to that little shot of money that we're getting. We'll get one more trader slot. I don't think that'll help us that much, and it counts as a market quarter, so we're going to get any benefits that's like tax and infrastructure gives to the market quarters. Now we can get plus 25 money per adjacent horses, so that's really where you want to build those, but the only place we have that is here, and that is not attached to us, so can't really do that right now. We are waiting. I guess we're waiting for the war to end here. How much more time? Next turn. All right, excellent. Now we do have some messages here.
Where have you been?
Okay, nothing really to be worried about though. And the Persians are of course going to demand that we break our alliance, since they're at war with their ally. And the Zhao have reached the Middle Ages as well. Okay, with Ghana. And oh, they've invested in the ebony extractor because they are now a merchant, and this is something we can do as well. We'll actually take a look at that in a minute, and we can claim that wonder too if we wanted to. And of course, the Aztecs are about to lose. Yeah, I forgot that we could do that here as a merchant. We could have done that ourselves. But yeah, what we want to take a look at, the wonder is, of course, the one that we had already seen here. And it looks like it did just get claimed. Yeah, it looks like it got claimed by somebody before us. Okay. So we actually can't claim a wonder. We didn't want that one anyway. We already did know about it. But yeah, when we look over the merchant affinity, we can use influence to marshal venture capital towards a resource deposit, either creating an extractor or generating money. Another interesting bonus here is the mediation allows empires to pay you rather than the original owner for access to resources that you have bought. This is possible regardless of their diplomatic relations with the original owner of the resource. So essentially you can trade resources. So resources that you're already trading for, I mean. And so like, let's say, you know, we're trading with them for incense, right? Other empires can buy those incense from us. So you're like double duplicating it essentially, because you're buying, you know, you're making a copy of that incense, her incense, for yourself, and then you make another copy of it to sell to somebody else. And so it's a really nice bonus. You can make a lot of money from doing that, and kind of become like a trade empire that actually moves goods from one civilization to the next. That's one of the cool bonuses that this affinity has. So we have got their war support all the way down to 0, so now we can start making some demands. We're gonna make a ton of money from this, guys, a ton of money. And I don't know if there's any other demands. Okay, that's the surrender, which they've already surrendered, so I think that's irrelevant, but still costing us some points here, unfortunately. So we already know what we want here. Let's get that one, and then I think we also want this one here. Yeah, we're also going to want that one. I believe that's this one right here. So we want both of those. And we could, and this is one tactic to use, you could not do that, and then it will still be in their possession, but it's not a city. It's an outpost, because remember, this one is attached to a city right now, so that'll turn it into an outpost. And then you could just send your troops over there and take it for free, and, you know, destroy it and build your own outpost there. So that would always be an option as well that we could do, but you do risk them using their influence to turn into a city before you're able to do that. So that's always a possibility, but you would make a ton of money from that. We're talking about like 500 something gold right now by doing that. So you got to set the outpost up so you're saving money to spend influence. I suppose we won't do that in this particular case. In my game, I do stuff like that because I have more influence than I do money. right, so that's going to be everything we can get. We're going to get another additional 120 here. And so yeah, we're going to get a ton of money, guys. This will be really nice. So let's go into force their surrender.
Thank you for admitting
And we are back at peace. And now we have gained a new city. That'll be our third city here. Although I don't know that I want to keep it here because I don't particularly like this location where they have their city. I'm not entirely sold on it, honestly. And there's really no population here. I guess they've completed 2 buildings. But we're about to get that 1 tech, so it would be better to instead set up a new building, a new city right here. I would prefer to do that. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing, guys, is setting up a new city here. And then we'd want to destroy this one and then attach it to this one. I think that would be better. To get the new city once we have this tech, which we'll have hopefully soon, and then we get all the buildings inside of it. And I think that would just be the far better route to go. And so that's what we'll be doing. But we do still have to destroy these guys. It's going to take a little while. Oh, who are these guys? Oh, okay, those are those rebels. Can we defeat them with this army? We cannot. All right, so we need to send this army up here anyways. These are the ones who rebelled from this city here. It's 2 horseman units. All right, so we're going to have to leave these guys alone for a little bit. I suppose that's fine. We couldn't attack them anyways. And so the Aztecs are now wanting to trade for our luxuries. I don't really have any problems with the Aztecs now. Yeah, I mean, we really don't. But yeah, I feel like if they want anything from us, they're gonna, that's not enough money. Yeah, we're just gonna straight up refuse then. Yeah, I was gonna say that we're gonna make them pay us, but yeah, that's not enough to even make it worth it. So we have the new city here, and I think what we're gonna do, we can't build any units because we don't have any population here. Yeah, that's what I was gonna get, but yeah, we don't have any population. But we know we're gonna destroy it, so any buildings that we get here are pointless. Could get districts or like garrisons that will help once it's attached to this city, and I suppose that's what we do. There's just no point on getting infrastructure if we're going to destroy it. So instead, we'll get the garrison. The reason why we can't build any of these here is because the stability is so low, but it will go back up next turn. So yeah, we'll just get a garrison, though I'm not entirely sure where we're going to put it just yet. Let's figure out a good location for it. And this will just be to get some extra stability. I don't really want it over here. I guess there's not really any way to like block anybody, I don't think. I'm not seeing any. I guess you can like block over here from people coming this way, but I think that's a cliff. Maybe not. Yeah, you could probably move up that way. So I guess you can block people from coming around this way. And then this way is already blocked and this way is already blocked. So I guess that keeps anyone from going up or down this. So I suppose you could do that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're just building this just to have something to construct. Take them 5 turns here. I don't even know if we'll keep that going. We'll see, guys. We'll see what happens. We do have an event. A merchant from afar. Bang, bang, bang. A rabble of traders ferrying strange wares are knocking on thieves' gates, demanding an audience. They tell you they hail from a far land, having traveled many leagues along one of your fabled trade routes. They claim to offer merchandise that will be profitable, but they also look rather haggard and exhausted. Do you agree to let them in? So we can dismiss them. That'll move us towards homeland, which is a route we kind of want to go. Or we can consent, which will move us closer towards world. That's really the only benefit you're getting here, but you'll see that it says chance of unexpected consequences. I've only seen a negative event fire from this, where you get, it's like a plague. These guys are bringing a plague with them. So yeah, we're going to go with the dismiss. There might be a positive event that fires, but I haven't gotten it yet. Because I don't really know how it works, if you always get a certain event with it, if there's only one event tied to it. Again, I've only gotten the negative one in that case, in that particular one. Alright, so let's go ahead and end our turn. Or, oh yeah, we're supposed to spend that money.
Empire becomes one of the giants, astride the globe. And what will you do with this power?
Alright, so yeah, we gotta spend that money, because we got a ton of it. And we also got that tech. Excellent. Okay, so we were attacked here. Not surprising. They outnumber us, so they would try and take advantage of that. So we're just going to go ahead and retreat them. We got another army coming up to reinforce them. Let's go and get them moving now. And let's go and get that money spent. There's a couple ways of doing that. We could go ahead and get this raced out, buy that out. That'd be one thing for us to spend our money on. We do want to keep some money for the upgrades. You know, again, they're not too bad here in at this period, but they can get extremely expensive. We haven't upgraded these guys yet, so we'll do that. So we'll kind of dip around our army and see if anybody has an upgrade that they need. Looks like everybody is upgraded now. I guess we'll set up some trade routes with our ally here then, since we got plenty of money left. I think what we'll go ahead and do and get next would be the gemstones here. They are a bit more expensive, so yeah, we'll buy both of these. That'll help us out quite a bit financially. We're getting 95 per turn now. Not bad at all. And for the rest of the money, I suppose we just race something out. I guess that'd be the best use of this money until we can get this set up as a city. Yeah, I suppose that's the way we would do it. I did want to show this though. I haven't shown this yet. The Power Investor. We talked about it, but I haven't shown it. So this is, you could use influence to get this built here. Now, it would just be a little bit cheaper. You're not saving a lot of money doing it that way, or a lot of influence, excuse me. I think it was, what, like 7 that we're saving? Yeah, we're saving like 7 influence. It is helpful, but that's not the main thing you'll use it for. I'll let you guys kind of read that there. But yeah, you can use it to actually earn quite a bit of money. So like if we hover over this, we're going to get 45 gold there. I think we're only getting 45 here because it's only us and them using it. Because usually you'll get a lot more. But we're not trading with that many people right now. So yeah, we're only going to get 45 gold, but it's an effective means of turning influence into money. And you may say, why would you want to do that? But again, in certain builds, you'll have way more influence than you will money, especially by this point. We haven't really been focusing on influence enough, I think. Let's go and get a tech selected, and then we'll get that money spent. I want to make sure we get this feudalism. Make sure I don't forget, because that's important. It's going to be 9 turns to get it, though. Okay. So yeah, I think we're going to race this out.
5 market quarters isn't a sign of greed.
Now,
it's a sign of wise investing policies.
I don't think we'll get any more units just yet. We need something for food. Yeah, we're just not getting enough food here. So we're going to get another farmer's quarter. Again, they're still wanting us to get there, but you can see that the food is starting to step up here. Before we were getting like 8, now we're getting 11. So it's starting to get higher and higher. Let me take a look over here, though, because remember we had that river bonus? Now this is on a river as well. Yeah, we're actually going to get more here. So I think it'd make more sense to build it in that location, which I did assume that this was going to be a farmer's river. So yeah, let's go and get the 12 food from that location there. We can build districts now because our stability is in a good spot. Damn, you know what? I forgot I was going to buy that. I guess it'll be cheaper next turn. Yeah, we just want to use some of this money to kind of race out some units. And they're attacking us again here. Okay, so we cannot retreat this time. So we might end up losing this unit, unfortunately. Unless I can get these guys over there to help them, which I don't think we will be able to. Yeah, they're just not close enough. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, they caught us again here. Alright, well, we can be on the high ground. So we want to do a manual battle and, yeah, clearly be up on that high ground there. They have to come all the way around here now. I guess we have our flag here, so if they just seize that flag, then they win. I guess it would be probably better to sit right here then. Yeah, there's really no reason not to be here. High ground is high ground. So they have to at least dislodge us from here. Obviously, we're not going to win even with that bonus of the high ground. But at least they can't... Well, no, wait a minute. If they got right there, then they're on level with us. If we get here, they can't get level with us, even if they seize the flag. Yeah, I think we're going to do it that way, guys. It means they'll be able to win. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, these guys just ran up here. Why were they able to do that? Yeah, they were able to run up on... Okay, that's surprising. So now we're on the low ground getting our butts kicked. Yeah, I'm really surprised they were able to go up the... How are they able to go up the cliffs? Yeah, I'm a little confused. I'm not entirely sure why they're able to go up on the cliffs there, guys. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm not sure what happened there. So what we'd want to do is definitely move so they can't get the high ground bonus anymore at the very least. But yeah, now I thought we'd be able to kill one of these, but that's not happening. Huh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how they got up the cliffs. Because, yeah, these are... Yeah, there's no way they... I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little confused, guys. I'm not entirely sure why they were able to go up those cliffs. Because you can't go up this way. These are all cliffs. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how they did that. We'll move back. That's kind of a bummer. Because we could have killed one. And now it's not likely that we'll kill one. We'll try though. And they've already seized the flag as well. We'll try and attack down this turn to kill that unit. So let's go ahead and do that. And maybe we still can kill a unit, I don't know. Yeah, we were able to get a unit killed. Alright, awesome. Now they have to attack us here. You know, it's crazy because, you know, if we had been here, I think we would have ended up winning. Yeah, I think we could have won here. Now, looking at the damage we're going to do to them, it looks like we should do more damage to them than they do to us. But we also have to get over here to get our flag, or else they win if we don't kill them, which it looks like we won't kill them. And there's no more turns left. So would it be better to do to go get our flag? Yeah, that's the better option. And can we attack still? Yeah, we can still attack, but now we're not going to do as well. So it would be better to instead go ahead and defend. And so this would carry over to the next turn. And so we might not have to lose that unit because we have reinforcements coming. That's a possibility, although I think they'll still attack us. We have the more power. I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking at the environment here, and I don't know how they did that. Okay. Yeah, and they don't have the ability to go up the cliffs. Some units do. I don't think that unit does. This is a follow-up to that Man of a Mission event that we had. Even without soldiers under his control, the one-time commander of the Phalanx is up to his old tricks. With your backing, his influence has only grown, and he now tries to rule the great city of Thebes by himself. What do you do with him? So we can assassinate him, moving us closer towards homeland, giving us more combat strength, but removing our stability bonus that we're getting, in which case we'll lose stability for 10 turns. So we're going to lose 10 stability when you combine these two. Or we can bribe them, moving us closer towards individualism, and that'll cost us 50 gold here. Well, I suppose we probably would go closer towards individualism. Yeah, we might go towards individualism anyways. I don't really want to lose all that stability, even if it is going to get us towards our homeland goal. We could get that other ways. So let's just bribe them. I think that's the end of that event chain. Alright, so she's still being attacked up there, apparently. Oh no, it looks like she ended it. Okay, so she didn't lose the city, so that's good. I think we're going to hold on to the influence, actually. Although what we might go ahead and do, since we have an abundance of influence, you know what, let's do it the cheaper route and get ourselves our last resource over here. Our ebony. That'll help us out. And also she's going to continue trading for it. Let me just see if she's got anything else that we can trade for that we might want.
So
No.
pleasing to see.
Okay, so I was going to race this out with our money, but we can't. So I didn't realize we didn't have enough money to do that. Could race the harbor route, but I prefer to pump the money into Cairo right now. So yeah, we'll just wait. You'll notice that because we won that war, we're getting the victorious modifier in all our cities. That is a plus 10 stability, so that's helping us out. So that's one thing to consider too, because we'll lose that bonus eventually.
Blue seas, great voyages and
so he did attack us again here. He did not die. I think we'll end up winning this without this army, actually. What happened over here? It looks like they lost their city. Okay, that's interesting. And of course, we're talking about the Persians. They still have the territory down here. So we would want to invade that territory then. Yeah. And I think it would be... Could go this route. How many turns would that be? That's 4. It'd be the same amount to go this way. So what we're going to do is we'll leave an army over here, like a small army for protecting this. And then we're going to send like 5 units in. I think that's exactly what we're going to do here, guys. So yeah, we'll just leave a few units to defend this location. We have a horseman there already. Let's go ahead and give them... Let's see who we want to give them. We'll probably just give them this guy here, this hoplite unit. Have him join that. Maybe we could throw another unit in there, like an archer or something. I suppose you could put another archer in there. Just for now. And then have these 2 units combine. And then start moving down here. So yeah, we'll have them. I guess they gotta go this route. We'll invade from this direction, guys. So let's see what we want to do here. I feel like we should be able to win this, even without their assistance. So I suppose that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and go up. and then attack. And hopefully we win. There we go. Alright, so we have wiped them out. He barely has any health left, but he was actually able to defeat those 2 units on his lonesome. Surprising, but he did it, and got him a lot of experience as well. So what we're going to want to do is have him join up with this army here. So he can get to, let's see, he can get to right there. So we'll have him join this army here. And then get as healed up as possible as they go through our lands here, and then we'll attack with these guys. And hopefully this time we'll actually be able to get a victory down there. Alright, so Thebes has finished the construction of that harbor. And I think what we want to do now is get our unique district here where we'd get the biggest bonus. So yeah, you're going to get a significant bonus here. And then what we'd want to do is then probably build it right here. Now I know you're... You get the 2 science if you build there. But I think anything would get the 2 science there, so that's fine. Or at least everything we checked so far, which is what we'd get would be the market quarter. I want to have the market quarters like surrounding it here. So let's go ahead and get it constructed right here. 24 gold, that's a nice little chunk of money. And just make sure there's nothing else to get. We're good on stability, so that's not a concern. Food is now in a better place. So yeah, that's what we'll get. It's a good chunk of money here. Really starting to step up the funds. You see, we became a merchant affinity, and you can already see the amount of money that we're earning right now. Anything to do with our influence just yet? I mean, well, there's several things we could do with our influence. We could add outposts to Thebes if we wanted to, which would be... I think we might eventually add both of these. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do it just yet. But I don't think we're gonna do that. I'd prefer to just save up the 837 to add this one to Cairo. I'm always trying to build up the capital more, and I want to get them up to 5 territories. I always want my capital to be larger than any other city when it comes to districts, and they're already at 3, and so they can't be equal to Cairo. By the way, we will be leaving Thebes there. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I didn't like the defensive location of where we had that at first, and it's still not a good defensive location. But it's not really a concern anymore because they have all these districts around them that somebody has to get through before they can even attack Thebes. And this is a lake. Oh, so we won't build a building units here. Okay, I didn't realize. Yeah, that's a lake. All right, so we won't build a building of sea units. I mean, you could, and then you could still use them here, but I don't know why you would. Still got us the food. But yeah, I did not realize that was a lake there. So we want to build a harbor somewhere else then. Okay. That's fine. Somebody's a thief. Maybe that person has been raiding us. Yeah, they're like a thief level 3 now. They've been raiding somebody's trade routes. And so we have this army here. Let's go and get them moving all the way back down here. Although we might go ahead and set that city up first. Yeah, let's just go and move over here. Well, you know what? We don't need them for that. I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's just move them over here. We already have the outpost here, obviously. We just need to detach it and then make it into a city. But yeah, I can't do that just yet. I want to get that tech first so that it'll be a fully upgraded city. And we could destroy this one again, but yeah, that's what we needed the army for. I knew we needed the army for something. We want to wipe out that city first. And we'll just keep on building like districts here for now. And units. So yeah, we could build another unit to help us out over here, which we might need them because they are building more units. Are they all archers? What the hell, man? Look at all these archers. Man, that's going to be a tough fight down there. We're going to need like 2 armies. Okay, so after we finish that, we'll get another one. We can go ahead and now race the farmer's quarter. Let's go ahead and do that.
With 5 farmers' quarters,
that'll move us to 55% stability here. Let's see. Could get another batch of stability on garrisons. I kind of want to get something that helps with text, though, but we don't really have any research quarters here. That's kind of a major issue with the city, isn't it? We don't have any research quarters. We're doing okay on food now. So let's get a research quarter, guys. We got to figure out where we want to set up our research quarters. I think that this is a clear, good choice here in the beginning, considering the fact that we already have 1. And so, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And what we could do is like set it right here so we can get that common quarter there. Yeah, I think that'll work out. Though we are going to lose 4 production if we build it there. That's something to consider. So with that in mind, let's just build it here instead, so we don't lose the production. So yeah, we'll build it right there. No matter what, we're going to have to lose something here, though. Either the science or the industry. But you're getting more industry than science. But yeah, I think that's the best place for a commons quarter as of right now. I'm not seeing any other places where you get a bigger bonus. For stability, we're going to enter turn. And this will likely be the last turn here, guys. Yeah, this will probably be the last turn. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to get here. Again, it's probably going to be a unit. Yeah, make use of those population that we have here, and we're going to need them because these guys are stupidly powerful. In fact, we might, yeah, I don't know, man. We might need more troops from up here to take them out because there's so many troops there. And because they're peaceful, they won't even send them after us, so we can't like fight them in a more advantageous situation. It's kind of a shame. So yeah, we need a lot of units essentially. So let's just get somebody constructing our best unit. I mean, we don't really have any unit that's going to do particularly well against an archer. It's just really just high combat strength is going to be the best way to do this. And so I guess we'll do our phalanx unit again, our hoplite. Yeah, he's the best one that we got. So yeah, we'll do another hoplite here. And do we want to race them out? Could raise them out to get it done a little bit sooner, but it's fine. We're waiting for this technology here anyways. And these guys are just going to sit here. Yeah, we'll just have him station himself until we're ready to destroy that city. Yeah, I figured we'd make use of the city to build units while we have it. That's right, we're not ending our turn. What we're doing with our influence next will be to attach this city here, or this outpost here, to Cairo. We still have 5 turns before we can turn this into a city. That's something to consider as well. We might want to save our influence for that, so we can do that immediately. In fact, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to save our influence, guys, until we're ready. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.